Welcome to my kitchen and welcome to my channel Cake. I'm your hostess Suzanne. Today I'm going to do you a favor. Let me just start off by saying you're welcome. Today, this video, I will be giving you my recipe for my strawberry cake. It is in high demand and it couldn't be easier. I'm here spilling the secret. It is not difficult to make my strawberry cake. Let's go ahead and get started. This cake, like several cakes, start off with a box cake mix. I'm telling you guys, this is going to be a quick video because it's super easy. So, we're going to start off with a Betty Crocker white cake mix. I have dumped that already in my stand mixer. And next is strawberry jello. It's just the 3-ounce box, and that's already been dumped in there as well. I told you guys this is going to be quick and easy, and you're going to be so happy with the results of this cake. It's so delicious. Okay, let's go ahead and continue with that. In this measuring cup, I have a 1/2 cup of oil and a 1/4 cup of water. I'll go ahead and just dump it in here. The most difficult part of this cake recipe is the strawberries. You want to get a 16-ounce frozen strawberries. It doesn't matter if they come in the juice or if you just get whole ones. You want to make sure you thaw them out first. How I like to thaw out my strawberries is to put them in a microwavable bowl and stick them in the microwave to defrost them. Just make sure you don't let them go too far. You don't want them heated up. But you want to make sure they're thawed out. And then I like to put them in the blender and hit liquefy. You want to make sure all the bumps are out. You don't have any clumps of strawberries in there. You want it to be a nice puree. All of that for the most difficult part of the most amazing strawberry cake. This is 15 ounces. I reserved about 1 ounce for the filling or the frosting, depending on what you want to do with this cake. I typically use it as a filling. Okay, next goes in our 15 ounces. 15 out of the 16 ounces of my pureed strawberries go in next. Actually, there's no order. It's just the way I'm putting them in. And we'll go ahead and put that in there. And next I have cracked 4 eggs. Just whole eggs, just crack them in. Does not need to be at room temperature. Go ahead and dump those in there. Don't worry about writing down the recipe. I'll put it in the description box down below, okay? Let's go ahead and start. And you always want to start your stand mixer on slow or else you get a big old splash up in your face. Let's go ahead and get started. Once you get it incorporated a little bit, I like to lower my bowl and scrape down the sides and the bottoms of my stand mix. Okay, I went ahead and scraped down the sides and the bottom of this bowl. Go ahead and lift my bowl back up again and start it on slow and then gradually go faster until we know it's completely blended and all the lumps are out. Okay, that looks good. It mixed for a good minute or so. Now all of the clumps are out, or at least most of them are out. Let's go ahead and lower our bowl. Take out our paddle. Then I like to take my spatula and again scrape around the whole perimeter of the bowl. Make sure I got it all. This is the last time you'll be able to mix it. You want to make sure your batter is all incorporated before you pour it into the pans. Let's go ahead and do that now. To ensure I have equal amount of batter in each pan, I like to use a measuring cup and just divvy it up until it's about right. If you're a super perfectionist, you can go ahead and get a scale and weigh them. This seems to work out okay for me. Sometimes I just pour it in and hope for the best, and that's not always the best method. Let's go ahead and get started by divvying up our batter with our amazing strawberry cake. Again, you guys are welcome. I really hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you make it often. And when you do, think of me. Okay, I went ahead and divided up the batter as evenly as I could. It takes about 2 cups of batter per pan. If you're just using 2 pans, it'll be about 3 cups per pan. I should have mentioned at the beginning of the video, I have preheated my oven to 350 degrees. I went ahead and sprayed them with a non-stick spray and a piece of parchment paper and then sprayed over that as well before I put my batter in. Did you get all that? Preheat my oven to 350 and I prepared my pans, and here we are. our amazing strawberry cake. Again, you're welcome. And I'm gonna go ahead and stick them in the oven at 350 degrees, and depending on your pan size will depend on the length of your baking, and just keep a close eye on them. Again, the ways to check and see if a cake is completely baked through is obviously the toothpick trick. You just stick the toothpick in, and when it comes out clean, it's ready. Another visual way to see if your cake is complete is you'll start to see them pull away from the sides. If you want to know more of my tips and tricks on how to make a cake from scratch or semi-scratch, I will link that video down in the description box below. It's a complete video, and it goes through some tips and tricks of mine, a little bit more in depth than what I'm doing here, okay? So let me go ahead and put them in the oven, and I'll see you in a second. Our cakes are now out of the oven. I've placed them on these cooling racks for a good 20 minutes. I'm able to touch the pans now. I like to keep the parchment paper on the bottom of each layer. If I was decorating and eating this cake today, I would just pop them in the freezer like this, not wrapped up, just for 15-20 minutes or half an hour, however long you have. The longer the better, in my opinion. And you just go from there. Fill it, frost it, decorate it however you would like. If you're not using your cake layers today, you can wrap them each individually in some plastic wrap, and you can pop them in the freezer. About 15 minutes before you're ready to use them, just take them out of the freezer and let them start to thaw out. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for watching today. I really am thankful and grateful you are here today. If you haven't yet subscribed, please consider doing so. It's quick, easy, and it's free. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. That lets me know I'm on the right track. If you make this beauty of a strawberry cake, please take a picture of it and put it in the comment section below. I know a few of you probably will. People have been asking for this recipe. Again, it is such an easy, quick recipe with the best results. You'll see. If you haven't had it yet, you're gonna love it. Typically how I finish this strawberry cake is I make the strawberry cream cheese filling, and that is a half of an 8-ounce block of cream cheese, so 4 ounces of cream cheese softened, to 1.5 sticks of softened butter, and mix that really good until it's incorporated really well, and then add in some powdered sugar. I believe probably 2 or 3 cups of powdered sugar at this point, and put in that last ounce of strawberry puree that you had from making the cake. Go from there. You can also add some strawberry extract if you haven't. Just don't add too much. Strawberry extract won't taste as good as a fresh strawberries will. Sometimes I just put a little bit in there just to enhance the flavor. And don't forget to add a pinch of salt into your fillings as well. That will enhance those flavors as well. After I use that strawberry cream cheese filling for the filling, I go ahead and use my American buttercream frosting recipe, and if you want to know how I make that, you can check out my Back to the Basics. It's how to make American buttercream frosting. If you want to frost this cake with the strawberry cream cheese frosting, and just note that when you're using cream cheese frosting to decorate, cream cheese frosting can become very gloopy. So if you're wanting some intricate details, don't use the cream cheese filling for that type of decorating, okay? Just use your American buttercream for that. I hope you've enjoyed all this information I've given you, and you're not asleep on your couch or at work. I'm having a great day. I hope you are as well. Until next time, make it a great day. I put them in a microwavable bowl and put them. You want to make sure it's all incorporated before you start pulling it. Before you start pulling your pants. Before you start and I went ahead and poured them in, and at this point you want to not scratch your face as you're doing a video. I neglected to mention. What was I neglecting to mention? If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. It's free. It's free, cheap, and easy. It's cheap and easy, kind of like me. No. Oh my God, Suzanne.